This is the Transformers Generations Studio Series number 29 from Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Sideswipe. And here's a look at the packaging and the rest of the assortment. I picked up this figure at Our Toys, and for this video review, since we're doing Sideswipe, we will be comparing him with another Sideswipe figure. This is the Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Sideswipe, and my, how times have changed in terms of packaging, size of the figure, format of packaging. This is one of the last few remaining Revenge of the Fallen movie figures I have kept because of sentimental value. And here is Sideswipe, out of packaging and ready for action. Boy, is he amazing. Sideswipe is one of my favorite characters for the movie-verse franchise of the Transformers, and this figure is as accurate as it gets, folks. Small, definitely, like Bumblebee and Jazz, but yeah, I'm getting that Sideswipe vibe from this figure. I'm really liking it. Really nice silver paint apps. I love this sort of glossy flake type of silver and gray on him. Very nice head sculpt. Wow. I just wish they painted it some more. Painted the head a little bit more silver though. If at all, if I'm nitpicking, that's probably the only thing I want to nitpick about this figure. Really cool. All the details right there. And what's interesting about this figure is now you can stand him up properly without worrying about toppling over and getting him on all those poses. Unlike the original Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class figure. Sideswipe comes with a slew of accessories, which we've seen him in the movie use. These are the blades. It's a shame they are detachable. I wish they would have folded somewhere or maybe been incorporated in the forearms somehow like the original version. They are part of the doors, but perhaps given the scale, the size of the figure, it's best that they're removable separate pieces rather than incorporated, because that would make transformation more difficult. That's pretty cool. Pistols, which we've seen in Dark of the Moon. They are done in this gunmetal gray or beige type of gunmetal gray and black, and you can hold them on each hand. So the guns, they do store in the back. Those peg holes right there. This one. Like that. The instructions don't mention anything about storing the blades anywhere in robot mode except here on his forearms. And you know, in car mode they do peg in here on his thighs, so I thought I'd keep them there as well in robot mode. Store all the weapons in robot mode. Articulation for the figure: he's got a ball jointed neck, no waist or torso swivel. He's got a ball jointed shoulder. He's got a swivel bicep, hinge elbow, swivel wrist because of transformation, ball jointed hip, thigh swivel, hinge knee, but that's a chicken leg hinge, foot articulation, and you can move these pieces up and down so you can balance him. Here is Studio Series Deluxe Class Sideswipe next to Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Sideswipe. Look at the disparity. I still like this figure. I mean, I think it's great. This one, on the other hand, compared to him, is probably more accurate, but he's just so small. Here he is with Studio Series Jazz. Officially, he is head to toe 4 3/4 inches tall, about 1/16 of an inch taller than Jazz. And here is Sideswipe with the rest of the gang. He actually fits nicely with all of them. Transformation. Let's get him into his Corvette Stingray alt mode. This. Raise these up like that. Rotate. Pull this up and rotate. I gotta stay right there. Lift this up like that. Pull these out like that. Fold these down. Fold the fists in. Okay, now lift these these up. Lift these up like that. Okay. Feet, go ahead and fold like this, much like the original toy. That. And you're gonna fold it like that. Pretty cool. Fold like this, and then you're gonna rotate it like that. Join the feet together. There you go. Fold this forward and tab in. Okay. Okay. Back. I'm gonna scoop this over onto that chest piece. Fold these in like this. Fold these in like this. And make room for the rear bumpers. Like that. Okay. And then the wings or the side panels are gonna go here. They're gonna go here. At this point, you might want to put the weapons right here. They will form sort of the exhaust pipes. Okay. And do that. And do this on the other side. Okay. Or the blades. I just have them right here. There. They're going to tab onto the thighs. Like that. Tab in here. Like that. And slide that peg onto that thigh. There is Studio Series Darker Than Moon Sideswipe in his Corvette Stingray Roadster, and the wheels are not rolling as freely as they ought to. The clearances are just really thin. The rear wheels are okay, but the front wheels, I've had issues with them hitting that fender, the top part of the car. This one's fine, but this one's a little tight. So, will it roll? Sure, but not as lovely or as nice as we want it to be. Size comparison, here he is with the original Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe class Sideswipe. And one thing I did notice is they're very similar in terms of that whole rolling, rough rolling thing. Yes, some things never change. The original Sideswipe also was a bit rough when it rolled. All the wheels turned, it's just that whole kibble is just really scraping the ground. And I guess some things never change. Here he is with Studio Series Jazz and Clunker Bumblebee. Does he fit with them? I guess so. It looks big compared to the 70s Camaro Bumblebee. These two are probably all right in scale. But this one, I thought Bumblebee should have been a little bit bigger. So final thoughts on the figure. If you're a big Sideswipe fan, oh, definitely, it is a must-have. It's probably one of the more accurate Darker Than Moon Sideswipe we've ever had from Hasbro Takara Tomy. I personally think it deserves a 9 out of 10. It is a great rendition of Sideswipe, despite being a little bit diminutive. That's just the way the scale goes for this series of movie Transformers. The Studio Series is trying to get them in scale, or so Hasbro and Takara Tomy says. If you're pretty happy with your original Sideswipe, there's really no need to get another one. This one, I really like this Sideswipe. Perhaps even more than the sidearm Sideswipe. This is definitely one of the figures to look out for in the Studio Series line. Best of luck to everybody hunting it down. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review, and thanks for watching.